Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be going over a bunch of comments and replies which you guys have been responding to on my most recent video. It's absolutely awesome. We've had tons and tons of responses over there. I'm going to be going over every single comment that I find most interesting relating to these storyline videos. But there's tons of comments, so let's get straight into this. Anyway, so recently we've had a bunch of different theories on the line of Season 5 and basically talking about the idea of what the road trip skin could be, going into a lot of detail about the Wailing Woods bunker and the upcoming updates in Fortnite. So I've got a bunch of different theories for you guys, which I'm going to be going over. I can't wait to show you guys these. These are really cool, and so many people have commented these, so I'm looking forward to going through them. Anyway, the first one I've got for you guys is actually from someone called Nick Guy A Reason, or Nick Guy for a Reason. I swear Drift and Bright Bomber are dating. That one has to be put at the start. It's absolutely hilarious. So many people in the community at the moment are thinking this because they're so close on the actual loading screens. It's just a massive topic and it is trending all over the place. Anyway, let's get through some of these theories. We've got some major ones coming up. These are some of the top comments through my recent videos on the theories. So let's go over a few of these. And if you haven't already checked out them two videos, I do recommend checking them two videos out because they will give you guys a more insight to where I'm coming from with this. But yeah, go and check them out. Also, if you've been at my channel for a very long time, make sure you go and check out my merch because there's a limited amount of merch available. Go over there. It's the first ever drop on my channel. So make sure you go over there, click on the merch, get yourself some merch from Postbox Pat merch. It'd be absolutely awesome if you guys could support the channel. Limited amount, to make sure you go and check that out. The link is in the comments and in the description. Anyway, let's get into a few of these. So I've got a bunch of different ones for you guys. Some of the top ones are amazing and absolutely hilarious. So this next one we've got for you guys is actually from someone called Jack WTN, because in each of the loading screens there is a group of 5 friends. Could there be a teaser for a 5-person lobby? That theory generally is pretty awesome. Again, it doesn't really relate to the story too much, but the idea of 5 people in Fortnite would work perfectly fine. It means there'd be like 5, technically 20 teams of 5, so it'd work pretty well, and I think something like that in the future could be a big thing into Fortnite Battle Royale. The next thing we got is from TPC. He asks, am I the only person that thinks Fortnite will be better if the Meteor or the Rift never came? Now that is something that's debatable. Personally, I feel like Season 4 and Season 5 are probably the best seasons for storyline. However, for skins, Season 2 and Season 3 are my favourite, not including Season 1 because obviously not many people really played that and they didn't have a battle pass in it. So definitely Season 2 and Season 3 would be the best if you guys are with me with that for skins. But for storyline, I feel like Season 6 will probably be one of the biggest storyline seasons we get. So let's stay tuned for that one, guys. Don't worry about it. So let's keep moving on through these comments. Here's another one. Maybe the road trip skin or the blockbuster skin is hiding in the bunker making a plan. This was from Alex JS. This is an absolute awesome comment and really does kind of just relate to it generally because the bunker is there and no one really knows what is relating to this bunker. I've had a few people saying that it could be the NOMS sign and stuff like that, and you know, a little bit gives me a little bit kind of thinking maybe, maybe not. I personally feel like that NOMS sign has just gone to the human world, been like put some cameras on it, come back through into Fortnite Battle Royale, and that's why it's there. But a few people have also been relating that to the bunker. But the idea of the road trip skin hiding in there makes sense. The blockbuster skin, maybe not, because obviously he took off in a rocket. But a great comment there from Alex JS. Next on, we're moving on to Eddie Z. This is actually a plot twist. He says, Fortnite is a snow globe. This comment is absolutely hilarious, and to be honest, would make perfect sense if that was possible, but you know, it's probably not going to be likely. But thanks for that one, Eddie. I really do like that comment overall. Next up, we've actually got Drift is the road trip skin, but level 6. So obviously we know you can level up Drift a bunch of different times, 5 times in total, but the theory is that maybe the road trip skin itself could be an upgraded Drift. Now, what I mean by that, it could be maybe a female version of Drift, a different design to the character, which would make perfect sense because it does look very similar with the hood and that. So, possible this could be the case. So, yeah, thanks for that one, my friend Gamer there. Absolute awesome comment there. That one really does have a good chance of becoming likely. The next comment we've got here is Daniel. He actually says, remember in the beginning where Drift was teleported from the real world to the Fortnite world? I think that Drift's evolution is a short, symbolic showing how close he is to being stuck there forever. And it talks about how basically the portals are shrinking and showing that his time is running out and he could be stuck forever. And maybe there's going to be a portal in the bunker that lets him leave to the real world. So That would be pretty cool. I personally feel like something like that is a really good theory. We could clearly see a lot of people like that. It got 648 likes. So thanks for that one there, Daniel. That is an awesome comment. And generally, I believe something like that could be possible. We obviously know that the portal is shrinking in the sky. So maybe the road trip skin itself could play a big part in rescuing Drift. Who knows exactly? And obviously that would make pretty good sense, but they have to leave it on a cliffhanger for season 6. So we'll have to see exactly where that one goes with. The next one here is from Carrie. This one actually says the crack in the sky is actually just a crack in a giant animated dome, holding the people in fighting like the Hunger Games. Now this is something that I've talked about in a few of my recent theory videos, talking about the idea of Vindertech kind of controlling the mount, or I was about to say the mountain, but the actual island itself. They're controlling everyone on it. They're putting certain people on to train, to use them maybe to fight the husks. And we all know that in Save the World we are run by a robot, Ray, and that is pretty weird. And generally we could just be like kind of like a third party. We don't really have anything to do with it, and there's a big corporation sat at the top that we just haven't discovered yet in Save the World, and that could be Battle Royale, the Vindertech, like the creator of it. They could be using Vindertech tech as well. We'll have to see exactly where that one's going. But interesting concept, and kind of something that I do agree with, but I feel like Fortnite themselves won't go along with the idea of the Hunger Games. Their game is already pretty similar to the Hunger Games. The idea of getting killed and you're out and then you kind of can't play again unless you go into another game is very similar to the Hunger Games, and I feel like maybe they probably wouldn't pick it to be similar to the idea of the storyline in the Hunger Games, or maybe like the Maze Runner or something. So I don't see them doing that. But you never know. It is Epic Games. We don't know exactly where they're going with it. I see them being more mysterious about it and having their own take on it. But it's an awesome theory, and I'd like to thank you for that comment, because I've mentioned it a few times and someone's actually like picked up on it. So got 417 likes. I've hearted it myself. Great comment there. Really awesome. So next comment here is awesome as well. Loving the theory videos about the storyline. Yes, I work for Epic. Be ready for the road trip skin, because once it comes out, the storyline will be for sure put together. Now, obviously, we don't exactly know if this guy works for Epic or not, and I would like to think so, but the chances of that is probably like 0.001%. But let's not like take that too much to heart, the idea that he says he works for Epic. Let's talk about the idea of him saying how he actually thinks when it comes out, the road trip skin will reveal like all of the storylines. So when it's out, ready for the road trip skin, everything's going to be put together. Now, personally, do I think that? I don't know, because they have to leave it on a cliffhanger for season 6. But if this does have to relate with the storyline in the bunker and stuff, maybe we could see the road trip skin having a big impact on the storyline for Fortnite Battle Royale. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. I don't know exactly what to say with that one, but hopefully he could have a big change in the future. Now, the next one we've got is Dane is great. This is absolutely awesome comment from him. Anyone noticed the reference in the loading screen at Risky to the far left for the Leviathan and the Jungle Scout? It's either a reference or a continuation to the first loading screen you got in Season 4. Now, that is pretty cool concept. I think that is something that I really do like, and seeing that reference is pretty cool. I'll put them on screen for you guys right now. There you are, guys. You can see the two loading screens. I do like that kind of concept, what he's come up with there, but we just don't know 100% if it's a reference or not. So leave a comment what you think on that one. Dane is great. What an awesome comment there. I do like that one. So the next theory we have here is theory relating to the bunker. This is my theory on the bunker involving the drawing on it. Or you said that to the military was in Save the World. So I basically said that the military was in Save the World. There's been a lot of talk about the military coming into Fortnite itself. I think that the drawing is a mark from the military, kind of like the way to show the ownership of it, which is pretty cool. I believe that the bunker is the way the government would go in and out of Fortnite Battle Royale instead of the cracks in the sky. They could come through the bunker in an attempt to fix the cracks, capture drift, etc. An awesome comment here from David Jackson. I really do like the concept, what he's come up with here. I feel like the idea of the bunker with the ownership of the label and stuff does make pretty good sense, because obviously it's been in since Save the World, and we just don't know exactly if that is going to be the case or not, and I hope it is. I can't guarantee it for you guys. I feel like definitely we could see something like this being like having a big effect on it, and logo on the back of it and stuff is originally from Save the World, and it's already been in the game from Save the World, so obviously it's connecting with something from Save the World, and if it is, it's got to be some sort of government or just a general logo. But the idea of people coming back through the bunker back and forward to Battle Royale and stuff, and rather than using the cracks in the sky would make perfect sense. So that itself is a good comment and definitely is worth a good look into in the future. So let's keep going through a few others. This one is actually from Wolf Killer. He has a few different theories here. He says, my theory is Drift and the Bright Bomber could be together as a couple because in the week, we know that because in the week 1 and 5 loading screens, we've seen that Drift and Bright Bomber are very close together. The rocket would probably come back in season 6, and the theme of the map will be space. Like probably they will add another map or a battle royale. So yeah, cool concept. I've said that previously. The idea that season could be an idea of space theme. We kind of had that in season 3, and the rocket came in season 4. Another map. Most likely season 6, most likely. We'll have to see exactly what's going on there, or another game mode. There could be a ton of downtime, like the events he talks about. We had a bunch of different secret recently relating to upcoming events, so we could get quite a lot of downtime relating to these events. And a few other questions I've had is, could these events be available in Playground? Hopefully these events are available in Playground, allowing us not to get killed while we are watching the event. If you guys remember, that guy got like 59 kills or something ridiculous in the rocket event because he took people out just by, like, he wasn't even bothered about the rocket. He just thought, you know, I'll take out 59 people, and he did it and got absolute bare kills. Season 6 will be the worst season of the entire Battle Royale seasons, my opinion, because I know it's going to be bad. That's debatable, my friend. I don't personally think that's the case. I feel like season 6 could be a very good season relating to the storyline, so don't get your hopes down too much, because season 6 may not have the best skins, but the storyline is going to be big. The comment we've got is actually from someone called Ryan is Loud. He talks about the secret bunker is a test zone for scientists, which leads to the big footprint. Good, cool, well, they're a pretty good comment, to be fair. I do think the idea of a scientist and the testing in the bunker could be likely, but I just don't know. I feel like it's a really cool concept and a cool idea to have with like the idea of testing and stuff like that, but generally I just don't think something like this is going to be likely. I feel like more on the military side of stuff, but I do like the idea, and I think maybe in the future we could see some sort of scientist thing in Fortnite, but at this moment in time I can't relate that to the bunker in my head, but it's a nice little comment. I do like it. And the final comment is here. This one is something I wanted to keep to the end because it was an awesome comment and something I really wanted to pick up on, because it doesn't just relate to the storyline, it relates to the game itself. We've actually got a comment here which talks about water mechanics. I mentioned it in the video, how we could possibly have water mechanics in the future. He talks about freeze ray does minimal damage and slows down the target for 0.5 seconds, also freezes water to use as a slippery float platform. So what is this? Freeze ray, I imagine it's some sort of freeze gun that allows you to slow down your enemies for 0.5 seconds and also allows you to freeze water so you can cross it. For example, crossing Loot Lake, or in the future if there is a flood in the map, we could possibly use this to cross the lakes and stuff. It could even be a pickaxe, or could be attached to the bottom of your pickaxe, so you could do this every single time and there'd be no delay in it, meaning you could walk across any water just by freezing it quickly with your pickaxe. Cool little concept. He says I'm not a developer, but that would be cool. Well, basically it would be a cool concept, and I agree. I think something like this would change the entire Fortnite Battle Royale, change the meta again, change the map designs, and obviously we've seen every single update since Season 4, we've seen new map changes and new mechanics to the game. We saw the hot blocks, they got removed. We've now got the rifts, they'll probably get removed. We could even get these ice walking sticks, or as he calls them, the ice rays, which would work pretty cool as well. Anything that changes the mechanics of the game is a really cool concept. Will we still have the ATKs? I personally think ATKs will permanently be in Fortnite. I feel like taking out the ATKs will remove that movement speed that people enjoy, so they will personally be in Fortnite forever. The rifts themselves, I do see them being removed. The new concept with the actual impulse grenades is pretty cool, where you throw them and you can deploy your glider. I really do like that. So that'll technically replace the idea of rifts and stuff. So they're slowly adapting the game to take them rifts out and put something new in for Season 6 and etc. If you're watching this in the future, obviously we can expect other things to come in as well. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Hope you have enjoyed it. It's been really awesome covering this video for you guys. If you are new to the channel, do stick around for daily Fortnite content, and if you haven't already, go and check out my merch. There's a limited amount. It'd be awesome if you guys could cop that to support the channel. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.